So last night over here, the Ghana Black Stars were triumphant, 3-0 winners, and they have gotten their very first win in 6 attempts. The 7th attempt, they have gotten their first win here versus a not so resilient Legacy side. Some would say it's just Madagascar, but you'd forgive us for getting a bit overexcited considering the Ghana Black Stars were humiliated by Comoros in the just ended African Cup of Nations. So pardon us for getting excited if over the top because it is a big deal. This Black Stars has faltered in the past and they have struggled to perform. Last night was quite different. After a frustrating first half, they rallied back or tried to switch things up and we found the holes and broke the deadlock. Kudus Mohammed opening his account for the Ghana Black Stars this year, and what a great way to score that goal. Athena was involved in the goals with his debut goal, as well as Osman Bukari coming off from the bench. So we're going to look at the performances of the Ghanaian players today, give you my ratings for them and how they performed in my opinion. As usual, subscribe if you have not, click on the notification bell to get more updates. So it was a great performance all around by everyone, but we have to pick out the performances of every individual. Not everyone was on top of their game despite it being a great team performance. I started from the goalkeeping position. Jojo Wallace was basically a spectator in this game. For some few incursions from the Malagasy side, Jojo Wallace could have decided to sit out this one, put out a bench in his post or a seat in his post, and would still not have conceded. There were very few threats on his goal, and when he was called upon, very few times he found a way to respond and calmly gather his back line. At the right back position was Dennis Odoi, who I think has really made this position his own. I will take a really great performance from another right back in the Black Stars team to overcome this man here who has made the sport his own. Unfortunately for us, he's 34 years old. We will not enjoy much of him for very long because of his age factor. So we'll have to start hunting out for another right back who can perfectly fit in the way he has for the Ghana Black Stars. A great night for him in the right back position once again. After debuting versus Nigeria in that position, he was immense at right back. Many people's man of the match, I have to say, and I have to agree with those sectors. He was that good to deserve the man of the match gong. At left back was Abdul Baba Rahman. His incursions forward were a lot. Ghana had the expense or could afford to have most of our fullbacks up front for majority of the game because of the lack of threats thereof of Madagascar. But Abdul Baba Rahman was involved more in attack than doing the defending, as the Black Stars were more attacking than defending. He had a great night, almost assisted for the goal, which was ruled out of side for Kudus Mohammed. But all in all, it was a great night for him, combining well on the left flank with Jordan Ayew. Kudus Mohammed had a great few passes between him and Gideon Mensah. It was a great night for him as well. Gideon Mensah was playing at centre-back, not his preferred position or what he is known for, but he was playing at left centre-back. And this goes to show you that Otuado prefers a left centre-back, a centre-back who can play with his left foot. Probably why you might not get the end of this Salisu conversation now, because he's a natural fit for that position. But Gideon Mensah was also great in that left centre-back position. He was great on the night, combining well with Daniel Amati in centre-back, whose partner Alexander Juku was absent on the day. It was a great partnership between the two of them. I was quite surprised by his performance. Didn't expect him to do so well as he did, probably because of the opponent, but nonetheless, you have to, or you can only beat who is put in front of you, and he did the job that was needed over the 90 minutes. He provided an assist for that goal from Athena and it was a great night all in all for the Ghana Black Stars. Daniel Amati as ever, stoic at the back, marshalling that defense himself over the 90 minutes. He was the rock at the back, the most senior man at the defense in the absence of his partner in Alexander Juku. Amati, another great night he'll be proud of. Baba Iddrisu, who personally was my man of the match. He was mopping up things in that 6th position, central midfield position, and he was a great and immaculate cleaning up the ball, recovering balls, getting the headers, all the aerial balls, tackling, passing, dummies, flicks, tricks. He was involved in it all. Almost had a goal denied on the goal line by the goalkeeper. a 10 out of 10 performance from Baba Iddrisu. He was personally my man of the match. Kudus Mohammed as well. Kudus got the goal and an assist. He was great on the night. I think he released the ball a bit quicker this time out because we've been complaining about that intensively. About Kudus Mohammed, I think this was an improved performance. The release of the ball was great, faster, better, and it was an improved one from the last time we saw him in Nigeria, where we thought he dilly-dallied on the ball at times. Though Fatau Isahaku, yes, Fatau Isahaku was one of the disappointments of the night for me. He looked quite predictable with his getting the ball, cutting and shooting, getting the ball, cutting and shooting. That seemed to be the theme of his game. He was shooting 26% of the Black Star shots were from Abdul Fattah Isahaku. Yes, we know you can shoot, but it's not every ball that you have to shoot. Sometimes the right pass needs to be picked. Even when he attempted that with some Felix, it was not successful. He needs to take his time, probably needs to start on the bench for a bit, but it was not so bad for him. I was quite disappointed though. Free kicks were wayward. He tried to do some hero balls, as they call it, not keeping things simple. I think he needs to improve in that game next versus Central African Republic. Andre Ayew, one of my flops of the match for me. He struggled to get into the game. When he got the chance, his set pieces were not up to it. He was quite lethargic at some point, substituted eventually later on in the game. Not a great night for the captain, a night he would like to forget, though his team were triumphant in the end. Jordan Ayew, a hard worker, this one here at the left flank position. He's played as a winger last night, and Jordan Ayew was really hard working. If you watch the highlights reel I produced of Jordan Ayew, you see how much work he puts into his game. He's surely not an out-and-out striker, that is for sure. It's being proven with every single game he plays with the Black Stars. His best position comes on the wing, and he does a lot of hard work, probably why we might not see him dropped by the coach in the near future. Finally, Felix Athena Jan got his debut goal. A great night for him. Probably should have gotten a penalty in the early embers of the game. It was a great night, a great goal. First goal on his third appearance for the Ghana Black Stars. I enjoyed watching him. He has a lot of energy. He showed it and scored with that toe poke assist from Gideon Mensah. For the substitute, Antoine Semenyon came on as substitute for 15 minutes. He proved himself worthy. He had his moment. Unfortunately, he could not get onto the score sheet, but he provided the pass that led to that goal for Osman Bukhari, another substitute who also came on to make an impact on the game. Daniel Kofi was also involved in the game, and he also did his bit despite not having enough time to prove or to stamp his authority on the game. Edmond Addo was also one of the substitutes who came on for Baba Iddrisu. So those are the performances, my thoughts on each player's performance. Let me know your thoughts in the comments box. Next game, who should be starting in Angola versus Central African Republic? I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day.